Hello, I'm Nigel, and I'm going to be showing you how to get all red aces on Chapter 5, the Burn That Cures. So, first off, I'm going to show how, some weird quirks with Fireball. So, one thing is, the bullet spread is always the same. You're always going to have 4 center shots and 8 outer shots. Always the same pattern, so it's something to kind of keep in mind when you're shooting. That there also is no center bullet. So if you're trying to make longer shots, which you'll kind of have to do in getting red aces, make sure that you're, aiming in a way that you're hitting your shots. Another thing is coyotes. So there is a small bit of tech in this game. When you walk off a ledge, there's a small time that you are able to jump while you are practically in the air. And this has been called coyote jumps by the speedrunning community. It works better if you are at a lower frame rate. So if you're at 60 or even lower, you'll have an easier time doing coyote jumps. You can do coyote jumps out of Fireball. So if I look up, jump, and Fireball, I can't make it to the top of this building. Even if I just go straight up from the ground, I'm not jumping. But if I mash space, I didn't even jump off the ground. But you can mash your jump button, and you can jump in Fireball. It's kind of awkward to do, but it's something that isn't really used in getting red aces, but if you are just barely off on your Fireball angles, or you're trying to look for your own skips, keeping coyotes in mind is a pretty good thing. So to start off with actual Fireball, this first one, you want to jump and you want to aim, put your crosshair right about that flower pot. You can even aim slightly more towards this, but as long as it's horizontal with the flower pot, you should be able to get a speed boost. Because one thing about Fireball is if you land on the ground with it, you can hear the little water sound, so you get a water speed boost while at the end of Fireball if you happen to land on the ground. And it is kind of angle dependent and time dependent, so the earlier you land, the longer the boost that you're going to get. But for the most part, it's trying to make sure that you have enough to get a significant boost, but also still using the majority of your Fireball in the air. So being able to get to here rather than fireballing out here. You'll Fireball to that platform, Fireball through there, and then you want to go kind of bottom left of the ring. So you want to go right around here, because you still want to get a bit of a speed boost. As soon as you get to this ledge, you want to jump, shoot both of them, and if you do it fast enough, you should be at the peak of your jump, and you should be able to barely make it to kill the head. Then you want to drift a little bit, so that way you get in the water as soon as possible. And then from here, you'll just run off the edge and Fireball horizontal with the ground. And then while you're running up, you'll shoot that guy. This guy you can shoot, but you can also shoot through the tree, because you'll be jumping right before you get to the stairs. And as you jump, he can sometimes go behind the tree. But as long as if he's behind the tree, just shoot the tree. You'll be able to kill him. Fireball up here, shoot that Guardian, Fireball to that Guardian, and you want to buffer a jump. So as you go through that Guardian, if you don't get the speed boost, it's fine. You just mostly want to be jumping right here at this corner. So that way you're at the peak of your jump right as you come around. I missed that Guardian, but... just like that. You should be able to get the red ace. Anyways, Ringer. I'm not going to be showing the world record strat because the world record strat is incredibly difficult. For Fireball, that was the world record strat, but it's also not a very difficult level. But Ringer, world record strat, insanely difficult. Very, very hard. I haven't done it yet myself, but I do have a red ace, and I can show you how I got a red ace. So if you time your shots on a Ringer, they will sometimes just give you a very, very big speed boost. It can help a lot, and that's pretty much the majority of Ringer, is being able to get a lot of bullet boosts off the enemies. It is kind of awkward to time. Sometimes you only get a little bit, but you'll elevate up here, grab Fireball. And you don't want to land, although if you land, it's not that big of a deal. You'll shoot that one, drift over here and shoot that one, and you should be able to get a bullet boost when you do it. And then here, shoot those two balloons, shoot that Ringer, grab ammo. Shoot that one, shoot that one, shoot that one. And then make sure that you're shooting, at least trying to shoot them like as they shoot, so that way you get immediate bursts of speed. You can also expend like an extra shot or two just to shoot bullets for speed boosts. But as long as you're running that route, it shouldn't be... So that first one, I don't wait until he shoots. I only wait until the second one shoots. Yeah, like I said, this stage is mostly just getting your speed boosts, your bullet boosts, and as long as you can get a lot of those, you should be pretty fine at getting a red ace. Cleaner. So this stage is pretty interesting. So I start off by parrying those bullets. It's not 100% necessary. You don't have to. It probably saves a very small amount of time. But if you aim right around here, you can actually kill both of them with one shot, allowing you to shoot that one and not have to go and pick up any of the ammo. Right there, just aim for the corner. And what I do is, as soon as I come up here, I kill that one. Just because it takes too long for that one to shoot, for you to get a bullet boost off of it. So shoot that one. And you want to try to time your shot so that way you get a big boost off the Ringer, rather than only getting a small boost off of them. You also want to watch out for this stuff here. These pillows are really annoying, but you also want to watch out for the couch. They should just put no collision on the pillows. I don't know why the pillows have collision. Now, this one's interesting. I'm going to grab some ammo. This is where shotgun strike kind of matters. So instead of aiming directly at him and missing every shot, what you want to do is aim somewhere around here on this block. As long as you aim there, you're just trying to get one bullet to hit, because you'll shoot twice there. So it's 1, 2, and then you'll dash up here, shoot that one, and then go fireball, but I wasted a lot of ammo. And and then just dash to the end. Okay, I'm struggling to kill the one at the bottom with long distance shots. I have no idea why. It just doesn't want to die. But doing the backup strat, I'm still able to get red ace time. I'm just going to leave it there. I thought this level was really, really fun to run at first, and then I realized it was not. For one reason, there is one guardian that doesn't like to die. So I know my ghost does something different. If you want to do it because it's cool, that's what my ghost does. If you want to do the actual fast strat, shoot the guardian at the peak of your jump, fireball forward. And then as soon as you enter this room, the left ringer sees you first. So you'll shoot at the left, then shoot at the right. You have to pick up that ammo. Then you have to jump out there and kill that guardian. That guardian likes to not die. And while you're at the peak of your jump, you fireball both those ringers up there, and you come up here. So those enemies, you shoot first. That way you can get any potential bullet boosts when they shoot at you. And then you fireball right at them. There we go. I got a 12. That's what I really wanted. Yeah. Boom. Okay, so the boom strategy looks really, really difficult, but I will try my best to explain it to make it as easy as possible. I'll show two different strategies. One is going to be a very, very tight time to get a red ace, and the other one is going to be easier to get a red ace, a lot more leniency, but you do have to do a bit harder of a trick. So I'll show the easier one first. So you start off, this enemy is going to shoot you, and you want to shoot back at him, so that way you can get bullet boosts. Shoot the barrel, elevate, shoot that barrel, grab, stomp, jump. Stomp there, stomp there. And complete the stage. Like I said, it's very, very tight on the timing to get a red ace using that strategy, but it is possible, and it is more consistent than this strategy. So when he shoots, you are going to shoot his shots, then jump, and you can use the speed boost from his shots to make it to this little corner. You do have to aim slightly off center from him, so that way, you know, the bullet spread will actually hit the shots. Then when you come around this corner, you're going to take out your katana and hit the barrel. You want to grab this elevate. You'll need the elevate. You'll shoot that barrel, and then wait. And right before, or right as you see the red from the breakable floor, you'll fireball. And you'll use your elevate right at the end of your fireball. And fireball will still be active, and it'll let you break the floor from underneath. Like that. And there's a stomp under there, so as soon as you break it, you can stomp down, and then it'll just be finishing the level like normal. There, it's a very easy 16, 17 using that method. One thing that you can do to make that a little bit easier on the barrel jumps is when you Instead of using elevate for both shots, you use elevate there and then shotgun there. And as long as you wait until you're seeing the red and then fireball towards it, you should be fine. So if you wait until you see the red, should be pretty consistent at getting it. You just want your fireball angled upwards, so that way you're not fully relying on your elevate to give you all of the vertical. You can have your fireball give you some vertical and elevate to get the rest of it. Alright, streets. This was my second red ace. Extremely fun level, and there is like a bunch of different ways that you can run the end. All of which are pretty close in speed. It is an extremely fast-paced level, so it's going to be a little difficult to kind of explain things as I'm moving along. I'll try my best though. So right as you start off, you just want to keep on running in this angle. So you'll start off, run, grab fireball, and you want to look at that guy. You'll shoot him, and right as you're about to go behind the pillar, you'll shoot the second guy. And then you fireball. So you want to be hitting your fireball here, and then trying to turn as straight as you can. And then from here, the ringer should shoot. You'll shoot the ringer shots, then flick down and shoot the guys underneath. Or you can shoot the guys underneath first. I shoot them underneath first just because I find that a little bit easier. So when you come up here, you can use your fireball to kill the ringer if you didn't kill him by shooting his shots. And then you'll have to shoot this guy with shotgun. You'll pick up his Godspeed, shoot him 3 times, and then dash towards him. You'll shoot that balloon, fireball into him, and dash to the end. I missed that guy there. So from here, jump through the window, shoot him once, so that way it's easier to kill him with shotgun. Because that's another Guardian that doesn't like to die if you don't damage him beforehand. Then you just want to shoot the balloon there, fireball to him, fireball to the end. It's not the fastest strat, but it is a strat that can give consistent 8s if I'm not sloppy. And that had me, I looked around for a little bit just to make sure that the Guardian was dead, and I was still almost a full second faster. Like I said, there's very, very many ways to run the ending. If you don't like the way that I taught you, I would suggest looking at other people's completions of it, just so that way you can see all the different ways to run the ending. I've seen people flick to the balloon, like that, except I missed. I've seen people shoot the Guardian multiple times. Kind of like that. That was really sloppy. There's very many different ways to run the ending. Just run whichever feels consistent for you, and you should be pretty good, just as long as you're, you know, killing Guardian, killing Balloon, and then immediately turning around to kill the Jock for Godspeed, and just getting that last part done. That's mainly... That's the whole hard part, for me at least, when running streets, is getting that Guardian, Balloon, turnaround, dash. But yeah, just find whatever strategy works best for you, and you should be able to get a red ace. Steps. I'm not a huge fan of this level. This level is actually not too different from just completing it normally. But there are some optimizations that you can make, and one of them is a really big one that's kind of difficult to do, but there's 3 seconds, at least from, yeah, like 2.5 seconds. So what I do is, right as I'm falling, I shoot his shot for bullet speed boost, and then I immediately jump. You want to try to get your fireballs as horizontal as you can. And landing on water can be very strange. You want to go slightly above this, so that way you're getting the frictionless speed boost off of water. So, because you're using shotgun from a distance, the ringer has 2 health. If you're close enough, if you aim directly at him, at least 2 shots should be able to hit. Oh, he has 3 health, never mind. At least 3 shots should be able to hit. If you don't hit 3 shots, you kind of have to kill him in, well, you have 2 shots to shoot at him. But ideally, you want to use one of those shots to shoot his, the ring of bullets that he's shot out. And then you want to land somewhere around here. And pretty much right as soon as you land, you want to fireball pretty much right in between them. So that way you can kill this guy on the right side. That guy's a little difficult to kill, but if you do that, you can shoot that, Godspeed over. The ending's pretty simple. The hardest part is making sure that you kill him. If you're struggling with this skip right here, you can run all the way along the water. Which saves a bullet. And even that way, it's still red ace time. Still actually a decent margin if you run it well. There we go. Alright, Demolition. So, this is another one. I'm going to show 2 different strategies. Of course, the harder one is going to be the faster one, but the slower one is going to be a little bit tighter on the timing on getting a red ace, although it should be relatively easy. The red ace on this is very generous. So first thing, you want to shoot that barrel. It is very common to miss the barrel completely if you aim directly at it. So try not to aim directly at it. I don't really have tips on where to aim. I just kind of shoot and hope that I hit it. So you'll go up here, shoot him, shoot that, and then you can fireball through the last one. You just got to make sure that you pick up the ammo from the ringer. And here, you shoot the jock, try to shoot him as early as you can. And then with fireball, you can actually shoot. If you can aim with like the right side of the reticle, and you can shoot and hit the barrel. And then here, you actually want to pick up the Godspeed, and then switch weapons and fireball down. Just like that. The other strat, the harder strat, is you want to hit that side of the balloon. And you'll shoot the ringer and the guardian. You also want to hit kind of high on the balloon, so that way you go high enough to actually make the jump. That way's faster. If you get really, really efficient at it, you can get a sub 7, but that is very, very difficult to do. Although, wow. Sub 7 will get you a pretty comfortable top 100, at least as of right now. Arcs. There's one particular trick in here that saves a bit of time, but it's not 100% like needed to get a red ace. So the way that I start out is I walk almost as far like onto this and then jump over. So that way that the bullets that he shoots at me are going to be a little bit lower and easier to parry. You'll go up here, grab elevate, and then just jump over to stomp. And then immediately you're jumping over here to this corner. That's where you want to land. And as you do that, you got to remember to aim with the bottom left of stomp. And you'll jump off of that. Over here, you'll actually stomp right here. There's barrels there that are going to send you up. You want to be careful about landing on these, because if you stomp on those, you bonk your head there. But if you stomp in between, right there, it'll actually send you all the way up. And you want to come over here, grab stomp, peek over the edge and shoot, and then immediately jump. There's this little raised part that makes the jump easier. So just make sure that you're jumping off of the raised part to make it to that corner. That way you don't have to burn and elevate. You'll shoot that barrel, elevate up, and here, use elevate while you're standing on the ground. Don't even jump into it. And you don't stomp here, you'll shoot these barrels, so that way I've actually never seen that happen before. The trick is to use your stomp as soon as you get up. You just kind of have to get a feel for like how long it takes for the barrels to send you up to the top. The slightly faster way, but much harder way, is this jump here. So, if you run up here, you'll be high enough to make that jump. But to make sure that you actually make the jump, you have to go on the inside of this, and then turn down and flick. And then if you can do that, you can just do the rest of the level. It's a little faster, and if you're having a bit of trouble or you just want a better time, there's that method. Apartment. So apartment is an incredibly hard stage. I highly, highly recommend looking up world record runs of this stage. Not for red ace times, just because it is an enjoyable run to watch. There's a lot going on in here. I'll explain everything that I'm doing. I can try to show a run that's going to be fast, you know, capable of 16, 15s, but I'm gonna show a much easier route that is pretty consistent at getting red ace times. So when you start off, you don't want to Godspeed immediately. You actually want to Godspeed when you're right next to these guys. So you Godspeed there, and then here you got to be really close. Your goal is to kill both enemies and break the red door, because when you do that, you're able to Godspeed all the way out here. You pick up this Purify, and if you peek right here at this Guardian, you just want to throw the Purify Bomb somewhere around here. Because that'll kill that Ringer that's there. Once you do that, you can shoot that guy, grab this Purify here, blast yourself backwards. You'll end up picking up a Fireball. You'll have to switch to Elevate, elevate into the balloon, shoot that Guardian, and then you'll Fireball up here. You can kill this Ringer, it doesn't matter what weapon you have out right now, because you can do the rest of the level with either weapon. But you want to break that chest to grab Godspeed, and just Godspeed over to the balloons. When you come over here, you'll shotgun that one, shoot that, and then stomp. Or, you know, shoot it with whatever pistol or shotgun, whatever weapon you have there. That is one thing you gotta be careful about, is this. That little lip can get you stuck. So you want to wait until you're high enough and then move into it. So the method of purifying there and then shooting this guy here is a little awkward for me because I've practiced the other method of doing it so much that it's just awkward on muscle memory. So I'll do this method where you shoot that guy and double purify there. There we go. There's run. Got 21 seconds, almost 22. Which is a decent bit faster than Red Ace. This level is very, very difficult, and it might take a bit of time to get a complete run. But I can show you kind of like a modified version of World Record run. It's incredibly difficult. So you'll start out, shoot 2 balloons, dash, shoot the other 2, and dash through there. Okay, there was a very sloppy run. The ending was sloppy. I'm fine with it. Just as like a showcase of how that run looks, it's even more insane when you realize that world record is 12.4 seconds. That is a real world record. Dempsey is just an absolutely cracked runner, and it's insane. Yeah, that's all for chapter 5. I'm gonna practice chapter 6 a little bit before I end up doing that, but stick around. Thanks for watching.